This is the podcast where I've been having a difficult time trying to describe it. I call it 1 part personal development and 2 parts poor stand-up comedy. I don't think I've nailed down either. Your life is not a thing. It's an experience. The fun comes from designing and enjoying that experience. A well-designed life is a life that is generative. It is constantly creative, productive, changing, evolving, and there is always the possibility of surprise. You get out more than what you put in. Oh man, that fits so well with this episode. Hello, and thank you for joining me on another episode of What's Your One Thing? I'm your host, Jordan Hiller. And if you are new here, this is the podcast where I attempt to break down personal development strategies into easy, actionable tips and tricks that you can take into the real world right after this is over. And today, I've got an easy one. Well, it's more of a problem I have that we're going to hash out here on the podcast. I have an issue with the term grow or growth. Now, this is something that you hear in this space a lot, that you need to grow, you need to grow as a person, you need to change, you need to adapt. And they use these words, grow, change, and adapt, interchangeably. And lately I've been thinking, I don't think that's right. Because what's the first thing that comes to mind when you think of growth? At least for me, it's a plant. It's something that you put into the ground and it needs dirt, it needs water, it needs sunlight, and it needs all of these factors to be perfectly aligned for it to sprout, for it to grow and turn into what it's meant to be. But that's the problem. It relies heavily on outside forces that it has zero control over. That plant can't change the soil that it's in. It can't get up and move to a spot that has better sunlight. It has to do a rain dance for the rain to come. These are all the things that are out of its control. And I don't like that. I don't like leaving my growth to things that are outside of my control. Now, that is where recently I've started changing the word from grow to adapt. Because what does it mean to adapt? To adapt means you need to change to progress further. There is something in your way that is stopping you from getting to where you want to go, and you can no longer progress in the way you are going. You need to do what? You need to adapt. You need to shift your perspective. You need to physically move from where you are to where you want to be, and something has to change. And that something is within your control. You are able to do it. You are in the driver's seat. You are not waiting for the rain. You are not waiting for the sun. You are not waiting to be put into the soil in that exact spot where you need to be, because you need to adapt. You need to shift. You need to move. Doesn't that feel so much better that you are in control? I think using the word growth, it can kind of give you this little bit of a scapegoat. Like, things just didn't work out. I didn't get that sunshine. I didn't get that promotion. I didn't get that person. I didn't get that thing I wanted because the stars weren't aligned. I didn't get X, Y, or Z. And it kind of takes the blame off of you a little bit, but not when you use the word adapt. Because now you didn't get those things because you didn't shift. You didn't move. You personally are responsible. I like that a heck of a lot better. I like making it so it is on me. It is not on the universe. It is not on fate. It is not on somebody else for me to change my situation. That is what I want. And that is what I would like you to do this week. So, your one thing, I would like you to not look at a situation where you need to grow, you need to change. Look at this through the lens of you need to adapt. What is something that you can change this week? What is one thing that you can shift your perspective on, that you can start doing something a little differently and not having to put all of this pressure on things that are out of your control? Keep this in your sphere of influence. What is something that you personally can do this week to help you meet that expectation? Your life is not a thing. It's an experience. The fun comes from designing and enjoying that experience. A well-designed life is a life that is generative. It is constantly creative, productive, changing, evolving, and there is always the possibility of surprise. You get out more than what you put in. Oh man, that fits so well with this episode. Let's go through that one more time. A well-designed life is a life that is generative. You are building something. You are generating something. It is constantly creative. You are productive. You are changing. You are evolving. You are, dare I say, adapting. And there is always the possibility of a surprise. You get out of it more than what you put in. And that is a well-designed life. I think that fits with our topic today so well. That's the chef's kiss on the episode. And I've recently been told, do not tell people when your podcast is ending because they will bounce. So, easy, actionable. What did I just say? We'll figure that out. Okay. Breaking news. I don't know. I got nothing there. Okay. Hello. What is shaking? What's shaking, bacon? I've got this note on my phone from when this first started to germinate as an idea in my brain. It's not, I don't know how to write. It's not a growing, it's, yeah, right, Jordan. It's not about growing. It's about adapting. We don't need to outrun our childhoods or look towards the future for something new. We need to adapt, to be here and now to get us to where we want to go. To grow is to sit and wait and have the perfect set of circumstances, weather, water, shelter. But to adapt, that means you are... Clearly, I didn't finish that thought. Yeah, have a lovely Monday. I'm here for you. I'm here to be that comic relief in your very, very serious life. You just gotta have fun. I don't think people have enough fun in their life. You know, don't take it so serious. And this is coming from a person that takes things too seriously sometimes. So that's just advice for myself and whoever is listening. You need to have more fun, okay? Today was a good episode. I'm on the verge of crying from laughing. Just having fun with this. And honestly, this has been the best time coming into the studio to do this today. So I really appreciate you being here. I have a lot of fun doing this, and I'm going to continue to do it no matter what. All right, those not watching on screen, I just Irish goodbye. See you next week.